on Georgia Street at Hamilton just seems to be going on. It's been going on now for about 60 minutes, and it's been getting dangerous. There's been tear gas from police. There have been fires set by these rioters. They've been starting to throw the crowd control fences around, and other people are in danger. They are slowly moving away, but my estimation is they're not moving quickly enough, and it could be a problem right through the night. Natalie, what are you seeing?
I see a core group of troublemakers right in front of our studios. The police and the riot squad vastly outnumbered by Canuck fans whose rage seems to be boiling over in the streets. I just saw Vancouver police officers carry a badly injured person across the street to the safety behind the Canada Post building. Not clear from my vantage point what their injuries were. And I've just witnessed several of these rioters try to hit each other in the head with these fences as they have power struggles back and forth. Police have fired several shots of tear gas. I see a couple of people seeming to taunt police, dancing in front of them, taunting them to fire more tear gas. But this is a standoff. There are, I don't know, thousands of people here who are sticking around to see this unfold. On top of that, we've got reports of windows broken up the street at the Bank of Montreal building, reports further downtown of people actually throwing glass bottles at people's heads on the street. Now, some of these fans are throwing stuff at our studio. Someone just threw something. And some of the fans are starting to take off their T-shirts and cover their faces to prepare for the next round of gas to try to disperse the crowd, which is not happening. But again, it's clearly a core group of troublemakers fighting with the fences, some on the police side, some not. And police now aiming fire, getting ready to fire another shot of tear gas, and there it goes. And the police back off a little bit, but they just seem to fire a little bit of gas. The crowd disperses a little bit, and now we're seeing some movement. I don't know what the police next move is, but there's certainly a backup team coming just behind of another dozen officers, and that seems to be making the crowd move. Tony, what do you see?
Well, I see something of a crazy lark. That was what it seemed to be turning into as I looked out. People using their iPhones to take pictures of what they're doing in the way of taunting police, that kind of thing going on behind those blue fences. And as I say again, those things can be a dangerous missile if they suddenly end up flying through the air. Police are standing by. They're holding their ground and advancing just a little every few minutes or so. So it's a tense situation. It's almost a standoff. But by comparison, let's go to Granville Street and get a look at that, because we thought that might be a hot spot as well. It might turn into something more difficult as well. But Granville Street is relatively quiet. People, of course, are gathered there because that's one of the fan zones that were established earlier on in the playoffs, and it seems to be taking care of itself. I don't see any evidence of police over there, Natalie.
Shot, because now the riot squad is moving down the fences, moving a little bit faster, and the crowd is finally responding, moving further down the street, jumping over the fences. I think you've got a shot of this up there. You go. This is what's unfolding at this hour amid what I count to be half a dozen fires still burning on the street, but the riot squad trying to get this crowd moving, and they do have canisters ready to fire more tear gas. We also have a confirmed report of Molotov cocktails being fired into the crowd. And we did have a shot, and there we go. There's another explosion. Can't tell from my vantage point. Oh, we've got some people injured just behind us. If you go to our other Shane's camera, you'll see that someone's badly injured just on the ground. Some type of an explosion there. Not clear what's happening. And I see more people taking off their T-shirts to cover their faces as the police move in with more gas. Now, these blue fences are a problem, and I can see the Vancouver police trying to get rid of them because they have seemed to become weapons. But we've got a blockade both on Georgia and Hamilton, and now police trying to move the crowd further down Georgia Street. It isn't really working. People are just moving further away, but we are seeing more of the blue line, more Vancouver police officers walking more confidently and quickly down the street as they try to move everyone away from the CBC broadcast center, which of course seems to be ground zero in this developing situation, a hockey game where people's anger just seems to have gotten out of control, and another fire just on